What's up, Tamers? It's me, Dr. Random, and my co-host, James, for the Tamers Podcast, our monthly podcast here on the Digital Gate, where we talk about all things Digimon TCG, and sometimes the anime, because we are complete fucking weebs. So, there goes our ad revenue in the first 30 seconds. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
That we don't get anyway. So guys, yeah, welcome back. So James, what has been happening in the world of Digimon TCG as of late? A lot of big things, I think.
BT7 released in the last 2 weeks.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
a big one. And a big thing's happening this weekend. I was recording on Friday the 18th of March.
Yep, big things. Big things happening this weekend for us, and we're going to cover those things in a moment. So, guys, before we start, I'd just like to ask, I'm going to do the scummy YouTuber thing. Could you please like, subscribe, all that awful stuff? We have to ask. I know. It begins. The one thing I said I didn't want to do. All YouTubers have to do it. And now we're partially YouTubers, but only part-time. So we're not complete scumbags. So everything's fine. Anyway, so BT7, as we said, has basically just come out in the past 2 weeks. And my god, the format just got absolutely destroyed overnight.
Yeah, there's only like a couple of decks that I'm pretty sure are kinda alive afterwards. Other than that, there's basically BT7 only.
Yeah, I've not seen any Commandramon, which I am shocked at, to be brutally honest. Because Commandramon was like the in deck for quite a while for one or two people at our local level, and now they don't play it. Gabu Bond is now transformed into the hybrid variant, which needs what is it, Magna Garurumon, I think the card's called?
It's basically just the blue hybrid deck, and yeah, it's just those, and just still running the standard Gabu Bond. It just splashed the two together. That's all it is.
Yeah. So we have those two decks kind of surviving, but other than that, everything is BT7.
One deck's got revival.
Oh yes, there is one deck that has had a pseudo revival. And you are currently.
We'll come back to that one later.
We'll come back to that one when we talk about decks we reppin'. So yeah, we've seen stuff like the Red Hybrid. Red Hybrid has been doing all right at locals for us. We had our most recent locals. 2 days ago? 2 days ago on the 16th.
2 days ago at this point.
16th, I think it was.
16th.
Yeah. And Red did not as well as everyone thought it would. But mind you, neither did Blue. Blue got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, shocked.
And a lot of people currently are saying, "Oh, Blue is like the top deck," followed closely by a certain yellow purple deck that I know, love, and cherish with all my heart. So yes, so yeah, Blue has not been doing as well as we thought it would. Neither has Red, to be brutally honest. A newcomer to the scene that we both play, X Antibody. It's aight. It does fun stuff.
I love the deck, but it's aight. But I know it's because I think at the moment there's just not enough X Antibody cards. Like I'm not trying to make an excuse for the deck, but I don't think it's just enough yet. But as we're in BT7. BT, it's mostly where it thrived. I think in the Japanese meta, the deck kind of started to get a bit more lift near the end of BT7 and just shut off afterwards.
It's going to be an interesting one, I think, with X Antibody. I think the smart thing is to pick it up now if you guys are interested in playing it in future formats, because as we're going to talk about later, what's been clearing house in BT9 format, and X Antibody has been doing absolute numbers there. So I think now is probably the best time to pick up your X Antibody bits that you want, because this is probably the time that it's going to be the cheapest, as it's not doing very much in the meta, and it's just come out, so there's a lot of copies floating around, so people are still getting all the copies that they want. So yeah, pick it up now if you want to play X Antibody in the future, which a lot of you will, because it's going to be competitively viable in the future. Do it. The other deck that has died completely from our local level, Jessmon. No one plays Jesmon.
I think on Wednesday one person did, but they were kind of not a part of the usual scene. I think they, I don't know, I think they're like a friend of a friend that goes to local, so they already came up with the ones. Other than that, we haven't seen Jesmon in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's got new support, just doesn't get played.
Yeah, it doesn't really get played anymore. And here's the weird thing: Savior hasn't been hit yet. And yet no one's playing Jesmon. And Jesmon was doing, back in Japan during this time of the format, was doing absolutely crazy. It was the deck to beat, was Jesmon at this time. But I think people...
I think I have a theory on this.
Oh, you have a theory. I'll put my 2 pence in, then I'll listen to your theory. I think it's more... People have realised that when it bricks, oh my god, does it brick. If you don't get the specific combo line of Savior, and then Jesmon, and then a Systemon of any type, which, by the way, Systemon Blank Awakened is insane. I can see why Savior got banned because of it.
Oh, stupid.
Entirely.
Covering in red? Anyway.
So yeah. Just you need that specific combo line, and quite a lot of the time you just don't see it. And when you do see it, it's like, cool, I win, or if you don't see it, cool, I lose. That's how it is. And in this game, now especially, you don't want to leave something like that to complete random chance of what you draw.
Oh, yeah. My reason why I think Jesmon's just not getting played anymore, I think people are just bored with it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
BT6 went on for like 4 months.
Yeah, BT6 was a long format, real long format.
It was a long format, so I think just boredom, that's probably why.
Because EX1 did nothing. It did nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Ended up becoming everything else. And then Analog Youth, which is put in some, like, in Red Hybrid, it gets used because of the Ancient. But other than that there, and then probably Purple, but that's it.
Yeah, that's about it, really. Those decks are dead, essentially. It happened to me at the end of BT6. I got incredibly bored of playing Gabubond. That's when I started jamming Shine again. And then, now that we're in BT7, the decks that we rep are quite different to what we played originally, shall we say. As I made very apparent, I am currently repping yellow-purple hybrid recovery mash. I went 3-0-1 this last Wednesday. This Wednesday that was just happened. My God, I made one change overnight, and I thought, you know what? I'll try it. I'll try it at local level. James knows about this because he helped me. I put Purple Carry into that deck. Ooh, excuse me. Purple Carry is stupid. It is stupid in a deck that can recover from, I kid you not, from 3 to 6 in 1 turn. Just from making smart choices.
Oh, yes.
It's insane. It's truly, truly insane. Like, when I played it, I got up to 8 security every game. Like, not every game, but every match. At least once every match, I got to 8 security at one point. And my opponent just looked at it every single time going, oh my god, I've got to get through this. And it's a pain because you know that there's going to be stuff like more Tamers in there, so I get more fuel for my fire. There's going to be Wyvern's Breaths, Schwarz Lizards, which is the dumbest option card I have ever read. The dumbest option card I've ever read. For 6, let's just delete whatever the hell I want that is level 5 or lower based on if I have some Tamers, which of course I'm going to do, and if I have some hybrids. Whose idea was this? It's ridiculous.
They thought because it was in purple, it was going to be balanced, because they're like, it's Trubimon. Some people will play Trubimon. It was like, yeah, do you not know that we can play it? We don't have to play pure color?
Yeah, it's oh god. I play the deck and I think it's stupid. The other deck, as we said previously, I rep is X Antibody, but that's more James's thing. That's more James's thing. But interesting side tangent. Interesting side tangent though. Back to Purple Yellow for like the briefest of seconds. I don't play Shine anymore. I don't play Shine Greymon anymore.
You played it for like one game at the first Hobby League?
I played it for one game, first Hobby League, went, nope. Because I got absolutely bodied by James's deck. Absolutely bodied. Yeah, because Shine sucks. It just sucks. It disrupts your opponent for like a turn. And that's it. Whereas stuff like Dynasmon is like, cool, I'm gonna mess with your opponent's combat maths for like ages. And it's great.
Yeah.
And then you have stuff like BT1 Seraphimon, which I'm playing over the promo one now because it's 1 memory cheaper. Yes, you don't get your recovery on deletion, but that extra security check, you are always going to get that extra security check, I feel. Well, most of the time, like 75, 80% of the time. I have never seen it miss. I have never seen it miss. Ever. And then you run Kazuchimon in the side. Of. Okay. So yeah, why don't you talk about X Antibody for a minute?
Ooh, X Antibody. It's been through changes a lot from when I first made it. I wanted to make it a bit more, let's make a stack and then just delete things slowly and go up. And then I realized it's not that type of deck. It's a, let's punch really, really hard and let's go for like a win just at the end. So, one sec. With my deck, it's just all security tag plus ones. Zubgon Punch. That's a card. When you're able just to make your massive stack, not just hit for harder, but become a reboot and blocker. You're just like, what are you gonna do?
Oh yeah. Major differences.
What else is there with it? With the introduction with Digifest coming up, we've got mulligans and sides.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll probably come back to those in a bit, just when we talk about this weekend.
Yeah.
It does add variety to the deck. Obviously, we don't know if those changes are going to stick or not, but at our locals, we're going to include sides and mulligans because of Digifest.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been testing. I actually, at the beginning, anyone talked about side decking or mulligan, I was always up for side decking. Mulligan, I was a bit on.
Yeah.
But actually, I do think mulligan's nice with the game.
The mulligan they've chosen is a good mulligan, I feel.
If they did anything a bit more better, I'd be not better. What's the word? If it changed any drastic, if you were able to do it.
If it was selective mulligan, if it was a selective
the game
mulligan.
wouldn't be as good.
Agreed.
The other. Well, I'm also going off X Antibiotics. I feel like I could go for that for hours. I'm also doing yellow. Yellow purple hybrid. I'm doing the Shine variant, but I'm actually thinking of maybe going towards the Dynast route.
Yeah.
I haven't actually played it in a hobby league. I've had only a couple of games with the Shine version, so I'm still experimenting.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see it's just this is hybrid.
Yeah.
Format. It's not. You're never going to have a wide board to do a Shine.
Yeah, and then you just have Schwartz to deal with a wide board anyway.
Exactly. And then there's 2 other decks I'm doing, which at the same time, because the format is so new. One I actually made by complete chance last weekend, and then one I had green hybrid, which I haven't really tested out yet. Basically built it because it's all rares or less. So I was like, let's build green. I have not had green. Built it, still haven't tested yet, so that's something I can test out during this month or two. But I'm more interested when it gets to BT8 when you get Shivamon. That's my go-to.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Green.
Yeah. And then the deck I did it surprisingly okay. I have 60, I came 10th. Obviously not top half, but it did what I wanted to do, and I was happy with it.
Yeah.
the bitch is back. Lord Nightmare.
Yeah, Lord Nightmon's back. Lord Nightmon is back, and in a hilarious way. I didn't watch any of your games because mine were either taking too long or you were finished.
You only went to time.
Yeah, but I only went to time once, okay? I only went to time once, and that was the game I drew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's more of a combo deck, isn't it, the new Lord Nightmon?
Combo. You need to get your pieces. The decks I went against, first round was Green Hybrid, but Green Hybrid just attacks you straight on. You can't really do much else, and you're just like, I lose before I get anything out. The second game, which I was surprised to go against, Red Hybrid. I won with that 2-1. I was like, oh.
Jesus.
Jesus. I just looked at Lord Nightmare, like, I thought you were dead. Why are you back?
How'd you do that? That's some bullshit. That's bullshit right there. So yeah, Lord Nightmon. That's the deck that came back. That was not on my radar in any way, and then
it's in here.
And then it just suddenly propped up like, oh, you could play this Lord Nightmon deck that plays this card called Lightning Rush, and it does all these amazing things. And I was like, oh, that's fun. James, you have all my Lord Nightmons. Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun playing my old deck. So, yes, the other thing that's happening this week for us, specifically in Europe and the UK, Digifest. Digifest is happening for us this weekend. I think there's one down in Nottingham on Saturday, and the one that I'm going to is run by a game shop called Living Realms in Castleford, but they're hiring out the Royal Armouries in Leeds to actually do it. And I've never done an event like this before in person. It's a big event. Like the biggest event I ever did was Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. Way back when. And that was in a tiny shop. That was in Patriots. That was a small shop, cramped space. So this is going to be my first time actually at like a big card game event, because both events have completely sold out, which I'm just like, whoa. Like, Digimon's that popular? Like, oh my god. I am so happy. Because this game deserves to be this popular. It's a real good game. And I'm so proud and so happy that this game is just absolutely taking off. Like a few weeks ago, I think it was, we saw the numbers for popular card games for fall or winter of 2021.
Yeah, it was
2021
autumn
winter.
2021.
Yes. So Digimon came, I think, like 8th, something like that, 6th or 8th.
Really enough, I could probably find it now.
Well, James gets that up, yeah. So there's quite a few theories as to why it came when it came lower than a lot of people thought it would have come, because there was a lot of delays, entirely delays. That's what it's fall down to, and because of the window where they took the snapshot of like the popular games, with Digimon's release issues, it reduced like the amount of sales that happened during that period, so that caused the numbers to be lower. But I think. Now, that when we get the next snapshot for spring of 2022, I think it's going to be like a real good show for Digimon. I really do think it's going to be a real good show. I think we're not going to get into the top 3. No way on God's green earth do we ever reach top 3. Like, Digimon is an amazing game.
It's sad.
Its mechanics are solid. Its card art is gorgeous for some of them. And it's, as I said, gameplay is really good. But the staying power of Magic, the widespread popularity of Pokemon, and the just ingrained into their skulls need for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Find it here.
For Yu-Gi-Oh! Will never breach top 3. Digimon will never breach top 3. Anyone that tells you it will, ask them what they're having, because I want some. So, which number did it come, James? Which number?
Came 8th.
Came 8th! I was right. Yeah! Thanks, memory.
Surprising thing as well.
What?
It's beating its same company's other card game, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball is dying. Dragon
Is
Ball
Dragon
is
Ball actually
dying
dying?
slowly. It's dying a death by 1,000 cuts because the secrets are so expensive. Like, back when I played for one format. The secret rare I needed for my deck, I needed, I think, one or two. I can't quite remember. No, it was one. You only get one. It costed. I didn't pay this. A friend of mine paid it because he wanted to play the deck. It cost him £200 for this one card. One card. And I'm just sat there like, yeah, I'm not playing this game after this. When I leave, I'm not playing because I am not investing that kind of cash into this game. Like, I've spent money on Digimon. If I turned my camera, you'd see my shelf of starter deck boxes and booster boxes and just shelves of cards for Digimon. But no, I'm not paying that kind of cash for a game. Anyway, got sidetracked. So yes, Digifest is happening. Events are sold out, unfortunately, and I think it was far too close to actually come to the events now anyway. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Depending on how I do, I will report back on the channel with my results and my participation prizes. We'll do a little opening as we always do for new stuff, like I did with my participation prizes for the Digimon Championships, which was real good. That's one of our most viewed videos, by the way, guys. If you want to check that out, there'll be something up there or down here. I haven't decided yet. But yes, that way. There or here. I haven't quite figured out annotations yet. Well, this is a learning experience. So yes, weirdly enough, we've never really discussed this, so we'll do it live. Why not? Our most viewed video was our ban list discussion. My ban list discussion that I made like super quick because it just dropped that a new ban list was coming, and I never made a follow-up video on my reaction to the actual list that happened. So we'll just do that now, just so like for posterity's sake. So my reactions: Saviour Hook Monta 1 eventually, yes, do that. Eyes Monta 1, yeah, I can see why you're doing that. The advantage engine that generates is far too good. MDF, first banned card we've ever got, yes, deserved. That card can eat my ass. Argamon and HPD not back in any way, shape or form, I understand. Argamon should have been put back to 4. I personally think it's not that good in today's format compared to other cards. HPD, stay at 1 or get banned like MDF because it does near enough the same thing. I think that is it. Reinforced memory boost to 1. Yes, needed to happen. I love yellow, but that is too powerful a card to stick at 4. And Ice Wall can eat my ass as well. I played Gabu Bond, but oh my god, even seeing it at 1 is infuriating. It is really infuriating to see them just go Ice Wall, and you're like, yep, I know that's the only one in your deck, and you had to draw it. It's like, for those ex-Yu-Gi-Oh players out there, during the format where Maxi was at 1. And your opponent had Maxi in the opener, and you were going to do all those cool special summon shenanigans, you just didn't do it. You had a cool turn plan, you didn't do it because they saw their crazy one-of. You saw their crazy one-of. That is it. So, that was my reaction to the ban list. Everything I think that they hit was fine. Certain stuff for blue, I'm actually okay that it sticks around for a format. Play against blue, it's not that good as I thought it was. So, that's the ban list. Quite nice tour of the bans that are happening. Next up, though, BT8 has been announced for the UK and Europe and the Western world in general.
On this day, they announced the dates, which they're kind of later than I thought, but it's not that much later from expectations. Basically, well, I'll go from this here. I'm already on a bit of a tangent. And the idea was that with BT8 and Starter Deck 9 and 10, which is the Mastermon and the Imperial Dramon Starter Decks,
great decks, by the way.
Oh yeah, great ones. And they were going to come out at the. I think most people are expecting end of April because BT7 came out end of February. They're a little bit delayed by only a smidge. Release date of both BT8 and the 2 Star decks is the 6th of May. So I'm like, that's like a week, I'm fine with that. That's swell.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's all right. It being like towards the end of April.
It's post payday. How do you
Post
think you get
payday
all
for you,
these
yeah.
boxes?
Hey, it'll be near the start of my next payday for me when it goes into May. It'll be great. 'Cause I get paid at the beginning of every month. And guys, you see me doing like checking my nose and stuff. I've got a cold. Do apologize and stuff for any grossness. I'll try and like edit some box around my face so you don't see me actually doing it because it's a bit gross. So yes, BT8 is coming, and BT8 has some real good cards. There's some real good cards in it. We've probably talked about BT8 like
I
before.
think we've talked about it a few times before.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times before. Like, but for us, what we kind of care about is stuff like Rapidmon because that helps break open the recovery.
I think
yellow
Rapidmons
deck.
became more of a new inclusion to most people because they never really looked at Rapidmon. And then I think because BT7's out, people have been like, oh, let's see what's happening in BT8. And then Rapidmon's like, oh, this card good.
Rapidmon real good, especially for the yellow recovery all the time deck. What else is good? Some of that more X antibody stuff helped building for the BT9 X antibody Alphamon deck, which is busted good. What Black War Grey, real good card, solid value engine.
Yeah.
I personally think more mid-rangey, not as explosive as other decks in the format to come. Malomyotismon, I'm interested in that because it looks stupid and I love it. As in, it just looks fun. It's not good in any way, shape, or form. It just looks dumb fun.
It's a meme.
It's a
But it's a good meme.
I've got to have one meme deck every format. And then some just generic good stuff.
Well, Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode.
Yeah, Imperial Dramon getting its amazing stuff.
There's one problem with this set.
Go on.
Secrets are
Yeah, the secrets suck ass.
Like, Paladin Mode, I don't mind it. Like,
Paladin mode, Paladin mode is aight.
yeah, like, I reached round 2, then I went down to 1, and I'm not playing any, but I might have. If side decks end up being a thing, I might flex a 1 in or out. I don't know. It's like a side deck card more than a main deck card.
I definitely see it as a side deck card. And
Yeah,
then
no one plays Creepymon.
the other secret is just crap. It's Creepymon. No one likes Creepymon. I have got no idea who plays Creepymon. It just sucks.
Literally,
It just
I was looking at BT8 format in Japan. I see no one play it.
No one plays it
Even
because
when-
it sucks.
Exactly. Even when I looked at EXO2, which is like the side set between 8 and 9, Beelzebub would be the only day I'm like, maybe. And still, no one played the card.
Yeah, but no one played it. It sucks. Shivamon as well for green. Shivamon's dumb.
Oh, Shivamon is dirty.
It's a dirty
I
card.
do think I want to build the deck.
Yeah, exactly. Magnamon for the armor deck. That deck looks real fun and gets better in BT9 because of all the extracts, antibody stuff. And also, we need to talk about how we were all idiots for BT9. We were all idiots. Every single person in the Digimon community was a dumbass for about 2 weeks, near enough 2 weeks, or maybe a week to 2 weeks. We thought X antibody meant the trait X antibody. It means the goddamn option card that's called X antibody, people. We stupid. We thick as bits.
Because the skill goes, or the option card skill says, you can't place this card under an X antibody, a card with X antibody in a source. And I'll be honest, that just sounds like, if you think of like
traits?
X antibody the deck, you just would be like, oh, I've got X antibody, I can't use it. No, it's talking about the option card. That card, if you could go like, I'll use it, it becomes bonkers.
Yeah, the X antibody option card itself. It's real good. It's real good.
It's real good. I'll be honest. I think they need to change the text and go X antibody option or X antibody with like the BT9 code. Just people.
Or a card name. I think they're gonna go like card named X antibody.
Yeah, just something like that there because
yeah.
I think maybe it was the translation errors. Maybe I don't know, but that's probably the best way of doing it.
That's how we all became stupid. The eggs for BT7 kind of suck. Like, There's no way
Are we going
around it.
back to BT7 now, or is it
Oh,
BT8?
BT8. Sorry, I'm
I
a
was going to
I'm
say
a plant
BT.
pot. BT8's eggs suck. Like,
Yeah,
there's one
yeah.
or two of them that I'm like, I can see them seeing
I'm just
play.
bringing up the Digimon card list. Oh yeah,
The Demi-Meramon sucks. It's not good. When you compare it to the original Demi-Mera purple, that egg is never getting replaced in purple decks.
I put a card.
It's so good. They had one crack at purple egg. They got it right first time with Dairy Mirror, and after that everything's just been downhill.
There is one egg I actually think is a good egg in BT8.
Go on then. Go on.
The red one, Gurimon.
Let's have a look. What does it say?
Did you read it?
I can read it. Yeah. Level 2 red. Inheritable is when attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has 6k or more DP, trigger draw a card. I can see that being okay. It's okay, but it's not great.
I'm not honestly. I never said it was great.
It doesn't blow my socks off.
Good option for a draw in red.
Yeah, more draw power in red. Cool. So yeah, BT8. Looking forward to BT8. We're not going to talk much more about it because we talked about it to death on previous episodes. BT9. All we're going to talk about with BT9 is the decks that we have seen being amazing. As we've said previously, X Antibody Alphamon. Oh my god. Bruh, that deck is good. That boy good. Like real good. Just that secret rare Alphamon, man.
It does work.
So good, and it does work. I have been seeing a lot more people running the new Alphamon.
Yes, I have seen that myself.
As in, like, the rare one, rather than the secret rare one from previously. However, I think there is an argument for playing either or. I think it's more now a personal choice of playing either or. Rather than just playing one, and one's better than the other. For a while, we both thought the secret rare was better, but the rare version is seeing play. What can we say?
In results?
It's getting results. A deck that I didn't want to see come back, that has come back. Ugh, Security Control. Security Control came back. Why did you come back? No,
I thought you were going to talk about a different deck that came back.
No, Security Control came back, and I'm sad. It died this format, and it's back. It'll be back again in BT8 because Dexmon's real bloody good. I'm not going to talk about Security Control. All I'm going to say is it's back. I hate it. Moving on with our lives. So what was the deck that you thought I was going to say?
I thought you were going to talk about the welcome back of Green OTK.
Bruh, I wouldn't be sad about Green OTK coming back. Green OTK was my first proper deck that got me tops at our locals. And oh my god, I'm so happy my boy has come back home after...
I'm actually hunting for the Palmon and the Grand Quagamon as we speak, or probably beginning of next month I will be.
Yeah, that Palmon's going to be very hard to get hold of, my friend.
I think they go for like 10 to 15 quid each.
Oh, better than they used to. They used to be about, what? Oh god, 30 quid at one point. I didn't get them for that. I got them for 12 a piece because I'm a gamer.
Whoop, whoop. It's like my Sun and Rising balls.
Yep. So, yeah. Green OTK is back. I'm so happy about Green OTK being back because I love that deck. It's stupid and it's funny. So, any other decks that have been on our radar? There's been like a few.
One.
Go on.
The one I never thought was going to be a big deck, but it just seems to be doing stuff, is not Blue Hybrid, Gurumon X Antibody deck.
Luke will be happy about that.
Yeah, no, it's got, there's a Facebook page that me and Tom look through that brings up like new card releases in Japan, and then they do like not big tournament results, but it's more like their locals or around
Yeah.
their area results. Blue seems to always hit like somewhere in the top three. It's either blue, green, or X antibody in top three.
Yeah,
That's a good roll, but
because
that's
those decks are real good. And their participant numbers aren't anything to sneeze at. They're like, what, good 16 solid every week?
Yeah.
16, 17
Get
solid.
the rare like drops, but I think obviously everyone can't go every week. Like, but
Yeah.
you get. Well, there's one there. I got a 21.
Yeah, exactly. So that amount of people isn't bad by any stretch. A deck that's dropped off in the meta of BT9, D Reaper.
I was actually about to say about D Reaper. There is I'm looking at one from 3 hours ago that he uploaded. 20 participants, and the breakdown of 20 was there were 3 was it Alphamon Oryukin decks, 3 Brumon X Antibody, 3 Green OTK. But then, it's funny enough, the one that came out the most wasn't any of those.
What was it?
It was 4 of the was a Gaiomon, aka the next step on the Black War Greymon. That came up 4 times, and then the smaller ones is Yellow Hybrid, Shine Greymon. That's probably just Shine Hybrid. A Mamimon deck. Don't know what that was.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. And a War Grey X Antibody deck.
War Grey X Antibody's been doing okay.
And then only 1 D Reaper.
Yeah, D Reaper fell off completely after being
The
an
top
absolute...
3 slots were first place Oryukin, second place Oryukin, third place Garurumon X Antibody.
Yeah. It's a weird one seeing that D Reaper has just fallen off after being an absolute menace for like half a format and then just vanished overnight. Like all we saw for like 2-3 weeks was D Reaper, D Reaper, D Reaper, D Reaper, and then just gone overnight. Like it's not topping anymore. I think it's a mixture of less people playing it because they're bored of the deck because it's incredibly linear. The deck is stupid linear. And people just know how to combat it now. People have learned.
Yeah.
People have learned how to deal with it. And especially now that side decks might become a thing in the future, everyone's just going to side Psychomon in the EX2 format. It's like, cool, siding Psychomon, your deck is now turned off.
Yeah.
What is the deck going to do?
I think they have 1 card to counter it, but they have to get that 1 card.
Yeah, it's a cheap card though. So yeah, that's what's currently happening in Japan with their format. But we've also got some more exciting news. The first reveals for the 2 new structure decks, the Jessmon and the Ragnar Lordmon.
I'm so hard. See, when I heard Ragnar Lordmon was coming back, I was like, why did I get rid of my stuff? And also, hell yeah!
It's real good that the decks are getting some support, especially because Jessmon is getting absolutely murdered on the ban list. And what we've seen currently, our Jessmon players in our group are disappointed currently with the Jessmon support. But mind you, the initial wave of Jessmon stuff was just knucking futs, as you like to call it. But anything after that is one big letdown. Like the Hookmon, for example, that got revealed from the structure deck is just disappointing. Like, I looked at it and went, that's sad. It just sucks.
Really nice. It does nice stuff. I think the stuff does nice stuff. It just doesn't do enough stuff.
Nope. It's just another Hookmon, I guess. Yeah. I think that'll be the Hookmon that you evolve into in your raising area, and then you play the old one to help find stuff. The option for the deck, though, looks fun. The Master and Pupil's Journey, that looks fun. I like that. That's a cute card.
Also, new delay cards.
Yeah, new delay cards. We got 2 new delay cards.
Memory boosters.
Yeah, they're not memory boosters, but they are like generic search cards, which I think I am actually liking that they're keeping like the cards with delay on it as like either search cards or cards that just get you a card and do something else, which is nice. Mind you, the new memory boost that we got, like that fire memory boost, that just gives security attack +1 and does some other bits. Then we got howling as well, I guess, which removes stuff and stuns. So the delay card's doing okay. I like that they're sticking though with like the theme of for a second. Not super cheap options for it. Like 3 is the minimum that we've seen thus far for the options, which I'm happy to staying at the minimum because that'd be
There's one thing
far
about
too
the
much.
delay cards that are quite interesting.
Go on.
So the memory boosters and even like the new memory boosters and the color memory boosters have the thing of when they came from security, they just get placed.
Yeah.
These ones here have the security skill of activating the main skill, which is basically the same, and get played into the battle. So if they're played from security or from your hand, they do exactly the same thing.
Yes, but also their delay thing is different. It's not just gaining memory.
Oh,
like
yeah.
for the Master and Pupil's Journey, the one for Jesmon, that's their Jesmon delay card. Its delay is when the next time your Digimon can reduce when your Digimon digivolves, you can reduce its evolution cost by 1. The English on that is terrible, but that's just translation. So yeah, delay. Next time you digivolve, you can reduce it by 1. Nice and simple. I like that delay effect. That's pretty sweet. The one for Ragnar is pretty cool. Like their first effect is on main after you play it. Play 1 Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits from your hand. That has a play cost of 7 or lower, without paying the cost. Then place it into the battle area, as you do. Then its delay effect is look at the top 4 of your deck, rearrange your cards as you like, and put it back in any order. So, the thing
Top
that's
or
happening,
bottom?
Top or bottom, yeah, top or bottom. So,
I like it.
if you don't see any of your Legend Arms pieces that cost 7 or less, which seems to be the theme of the deck, you need to find stuff that costs 7 or less to start your bullshit train. Yeah, you just put them away. It's a good little effect, and its security effect is play 1 Digimon with Legend Arms in its traits from your hand that has a play cost of 7 or lower without paying the cost. Then place it into the battlefield. So, what you're going to do is you're probably going to play currently, what I can see, your level 3 or level 4 dudes that help you play stuff from your hand or from the top of your deck that costs 7 or less. So it's all about finding those 7 or less costing dudes, which I think are just going to be like the level 5s are going to be like the ones that you really want to hit. Anything below, it's like hit it, it's fun. What I'm interested in seeing though with the Ragnar Lord deck is their level 6s. What are they going to do that's different to the originals? Because
my actual skill and not just an inheritable.
Exactly. Are they going to have something? Are they going to have an actual skill or just the inheritable? Or are they going to do something else entirely with them? Are they going to make them cheaper to play with lower DP because you just want to get to Ragnar Lord as fast as you can? That sort of thing. So, yeah, that's what's new in the world of Digimon, I'd say. So, I think we're going to have a shorter podcast today, it seems. Because I have run out of things to talk about in the Digimon world. That's happened over the past month. Unless you have anything else. Yeah? Okay, so guys.
No, not that. Nothing I can think of, to be honest. Like I said, BT7 came out, a couple reveals. Nothing other than just a bit of starter deck stuff at the moment and BT9 results. There's nothing really big happening at the moment until we get like a massive splash of whatever BT10 is going to be.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then Digifest is coming up this weekend, so probably we can cut this one a bit shorter, and then obviously we'll find out what happens this weekend, and you can update everyone else.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I ain't going this time.
That's the plan. I'm gonna be putting a video on the channel probably the Monday after Digifest to talk about like what happened, what I faced, how well my deck did, and do a deck profile and deck reveal on what I played. So yeah. So guys, that has been me, Tom, and James for the Digital Gate for the Tamers Podcast. And thank you very much for watching. The Digital Gate is now closed.